5 kW solar system designed for 3 kW load. Subscribe to EEE-AF for more electrical engineering topics. A basic design for a 5 kW solar power system to power a house with a 3 kW load using 300 W solar panels. Here's an overview of the components you will need. Solar panels. To achieve the required 5 kW power output, you will need a total of 17 solar panels. Since each panel has a power output of 300 W, the total power output of the panels will be 17 by 300 W equals 5.1 kilowatts. Solar inverter. A solar inverter is required to convert the direct current, DC, power generated by the solar panels into alternating current, AC, power that can be used to power the household loads. For a 5 kW solar power system, a grid-tied inverter with a capacity of at least 5 kilowatts would be suitable. Mounting structure. The solar panels will need to be mounted on a suitable structure, such as a rooftop or ground-mounted structure, to ensure they are oriented towards the sun and are secure. Electrical cables. You will need electrical cables to connect the solar panels to the inverter and to connect the inverter to the household loads. The size and type of cables required will depend on factors such as the length of the cable run and the current carrying capacity required. DC disconnect. A DC disconnect switch is required to isolate the solar panels from the inverter for maintenance or repair work. AC breaker panel. An AC breaker panel is required to distribute the AC power generated by the inverter to the household loads. It should be sized to handle the maximum expected load of 3 kilowatts. Monitoring system. A monitoring system is recommended to track the performance of the solar power system and identify any issues that may arise. Keep in mind that this is a basic design and the specific requirements for your solar power system may vary depending on factors such as the location, climate, and orientation of the solar panels. It is important to consult with experienced solar power professionals to ensure that the design is appropriate for your specific needs. The cost of a solar power system will depend on several factors, including the size of the system, the type of equipment used, and the installation costs. Here's a rough estimate of the cost of a 5 kW solar power system for a house with a 3 kW load using 300 W solar panels. Solar panels. 17 by 300 W solar panels would cost approximately $3,400 to $5,100, depending on the brand and model. Solar inverter. A grid-tied inverter with a capacity of 5 kilowatts would cost approximately $1,000 to $1,500. Mounting structure. The cost of the mounting structure will depend on factors such as the type of structure used and the installation costs. A rooftop mounting system could cost between $1,000 and $2,000, while a ground-mounted system could cost between $2,000 and $4,000. Electrical cables. The cost of electrical cables will depend on the length of the cable run and the type and size of the cables used. A rough estimate for the cost of cables and wiring would be around $500 to $1,000. DC disconnect and AC breaker panel. The cost of a DC disconnect switch and an AC breaker panel would be around $500 to $1,000. Monitoring system. A monitoring system could cost between $500 and $1,000. Overall, the total cost of a 5 kW solar power system for a house with a 3 kW load using 300 W solar panels could range from approximately $7,400 to $15,000, depending on the specific equipment used and installation costs. Keep in mind that these are rough estimates and actual costs may vary depending on your location, the complexity of the installation, and other factors.